Welcome to another video, and this is probably the biggest advance in Mermail technology in the last year. And the worst part is, I could have been using this tech the entire time. Our opponent is going first. What are they doing? They're playing the weathers. What are we doing? We're going to be showing off that you could have been playing 6 Deep Sea Divas this whole time. Every deck that I played that was Mermails, go back, replace 3 random cards with this card I'm going to show you, and you'll just be living your best life. Alright, opponent setting up their weather board. What is weather's going to do? Stop us from attacking, draw cards, maybe some mystery thing. Here it is. Synchro Overtake. Literally 3 additional copies of Deep Sea Diva with what I would probably describe as upside. Alright, you reveal a Synchro monster in your extra deck, choose one of the Synchro materials mentioned in it, add it to your hand, or special summon this monster. And then there's a downside. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck the turn you activate this card except Synchro monsters.
Oh no! Anyway.
Alright, so this is not really a downside at all because we never had any plans to summon anything other than Synchros. I don't know why I've never seen this card used in Mermails because it literally searches Deep Sea Diva. Opponent is doing stuff. We're going to banish the Weather Thunder. This is the one that makes it so we can't really battle their monsters. And we're going to summon Deep Sea Diva, and then we're going to summon Deep Sea Diva another time. Deep Sea Diva, activate. We already had it in hand, although we could have searched it. We could have searched it. Oh, we're not interrupting. Let's do our little normal Diva play. And if you saw my other video, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's Synchro summon. Make Tatsunoko. You'll see we added Poseidon to our hand with the Prince. And we're going straight into Barandafleur. And with the Search for Dragoons, we got Molan Glacier. That's 5 waters in the graveyard. Discard 2, opponent. Get your pot, get your weather forecast. And now, let's activate Synchro Overtake. Now we have 2 plays here. If we didn't have this boy in hand, we could just summon it to the field, make another level 10 Synchro, which is pretty sweet. But because we have the Cardohine in hand, pretty sure I'm saying that right, Cardohine? Everyone tells me I'm saying it wrong. We can just do an additional normal summon of a water monster, which means we can do Deep Sea Diva combo a second time. Let's pop that weather card first. No real need. The sequencing I don't think matters too much. Only 1 face down card, so hopefully nothing that can interrupt us. Let's Deep Sea Diva. Get ourselves the Guitar Gurnards, and this is a card you're going to want to run if you're summoning Double Diva. Let's activate its effect. Banish random cards. Increase its own level by 3. Synchro summon. And this is the first time I've ever summoned the whale, and oh my god, I love the whale now. Pop all attack position monsters, and that was actually a huge mistake. If I had chosen not to pop, I could have got lethal there, but you know what? We're here to have fun. Let's increase the attack of our whale by activating Guitar Gurnards. He does piercing battle damage, can attack a monster twice, so 2 monsters. So we actually would have done more damage if we'd left that monster on the field. Opponent down to 1200. You get 1 additional turn, opponent. Let's see what you can do. Opponent activating Weather Painter. Effect to resummon itself. Gonna search for a weather card. Getting another snow. We're gonna negate the effect of the forecast. Stop him from being able to link summon using weather spells. Opponent bouncing our Baranda hand. Passing back to us. But we still got whale. We still got whale. We're drawn into a Dragoons. Means we're gonna get another search. Let's take a peek at our opponent's hand here using Minstrel's effect. Get a search for a Sea Serpent, but also take a look. Opponent, Dimension Shifter, not very useful right now. Not activatable. Let's just take that off your hands. Get searching for another Deep Sea Diva, and this is Deep Sea Diva number 3. And you're going to be Deep Sea Divaing so much more. Literally double the number of Divas right now. I'm so excited. I am extremely hyped. Mermails has not felt this good since Hulk was out. Buron back on the field. Let's pop that mystery card. It was a Stardust Respark. Opponent trying to summon another weather from the deck. Let's negate, get in for lethal damage, and opponent is out of here. Alright, I hope you enjoyed, because there's a lot more of this, and this card is a lot better than that video. This gameplay video would make it look. Let's go on to the next one. Alright, here we go. We got 2 Synchro Overtakes. That's 2 searches for Deep Sea Diva. Now this is once per turn, but that's okay. Opponent, get meta of his Ascension, and this is an anti-meta strategy. You're about to see. Opponent playing anti-runics, anti-sprites. Sends him back row. Runics, you banish Metaphys monsters, they summon themselves. Alright, opponent getting a Mind Drain. Alright, so what's the play here? Well, I think the smart play, I'm not going to do the smart play. I think the smart play is to summon the heavy first, and then we could normal summon the Neptibus, and then special a Diva to the field, so we got double plays. But we can take the risky play, just summon a heavy infantry, and then normal summon Deep Sea Diva, so that's what we're going to do. Now, all you have to do to search this, I've kind of skipped over it, you have to reveal Deep Sea Repetiteur in your extra deck. It names Deep Sea Diva as a material. That's what lets this work. You can only search for cards that are named on Synchro monsters, so there you go. Let's summon our heavy. Let's normal summon Diva. Summon the Prince from the deck. Opponent, just flip face up a Mind Drain. This is to stop people from summoning sprites. Can't activate card effects in the hand. That means all the sprite effects do not work. Very clever anti-meta play. Does actually turn off some of our cards too, but that's okay. Turning off our Megalo, that's fine. Let's get Synchro summoning. Make the Tatsunoko. Use the Poseidon in hand to make the Baron. Baron get poppin'. Pop that Mind Drain so we can summon our Abyss Megalo. Discarding 2 cards. Special summon. Pop with the heavy. Let's pop that Metaphys Decoy. Summon the Poseidon with Prince. Now we get another pop. Abyss Megalo. Tribute the heavy in order to gain 2 attacks. And now we're popping that Metaphys Ragnarok, and we are attacking twice with Abyss Megalo, and we are getting lethal damage with Poseidon the Atlantean Dragon. This is the Mermail Dream. Let's go! Alright, let's go on to the next game. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe. More videos in the future showcasing cool plays, and here's the other tech, alright? You haven't seen it yet, but I'm running 2 copies, and probably should be running 3 copies of Gizmek Orochi. This card is so good, I can't believe I just never even tried it before. We got the Synchro Overtake in hand. Let's activate. Great thing about this card is because you can choose to add to hand or special summon on resolution, if your opponent chains a max C, you're not committed to summoning. You can just add the Diva to hand. Your opponent's max C is wasted. They don't get to draw any cards. Let's reveal the Repetiteur. Add the Deep Sea Diva to hand. Normal summon Diva. Opponent has an Ash Blossom. Normally, we'd be out of plays, but right now, we got the Gizmek. Let's banish 10 cards. Special summon the Gizmek, and now we can go into our level 10 Synchro plays, even with Diva negated. Let's activate Synchro Summon into the Baron. Set that Cosmic Cyclone past the opponent. Now we take a quick check here because this can mess you up. The effect of the Gizmek. This card's so good though. It's worth it. But the banishing 8 random cards. Sometimes you can banish core pieces of your strategy. Looks like we didn't hit anything too critical right now though. We did hit our foil Prince. That's sad. But let's keep going. We're not gonna let that stop us. Opponent trying to Monster Reborn the Gizmek. Opponent, come on, learn to read. We're gonna quick effect activate in the graveyard. Banish another 10 or 8 cards. Summon the Gizmek back onto the field. Waste of your Monster Reborn, opponent. Gizmek back on the field. Let's quickly check though. We gotta check. We gotta see what's banished because it could be something important. Looks like we didn't hit anything. Oh, we hit our boy Mulan Glacia. All right, that's fine. We don't need Mulan Glacia. We hit our 1 Abyss Megalo. That's fine. We actually have 2 Abyss Megalos. That's okay. We're good. We're good. We don't have to worry. Opponent playing heroes. Summoning the Ferris. That's gonna add the increase to field, and this is a big mistake on my part. Wait till they activate the increase because it's a quick effect. Because it's a trap. It doesn't say this anywhere on the card. Because it's treated as a trap, it is a quick effect to activate, not an ignition effect. So if I waited till they activated, this would have banished it, but now he can just chain in response and try and dodge. Not ideal. So we're just going to negate with Baron. Not the best play. A bit of a misplay, but that's okay. Mermails is so good you can misplay and still do well. Opponent, what are you going to do next? They are going to end the turn. Very good play, opponent. Very good play. Let's draw Poseidon. He's perfect, but not right now. Let's resummon the Diva from the graveyard, and now we can just Synchro Baron again and get that Orochi back on the field to attack. This card is so good. I cannot believe I haven't tried this card before. The recursion of every turn summoning the Gizmek is just nutty. Opponent, getting their increase onto the field when we attack, but we're just going to pop it. Get that out of here. Opponent, you got one more turn. We got Baron Negate, we got Ash Blossom, we got Poseidra in hand. What can you do? They are trying to normal summon, activate to summon a monster from their hand. We are going to pop, negate, and pop. No summoning for you. Opponent, activating a Dusted Gold to search. I don't think so. Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom negate. Opponent, you are negated. And you are out of here. Alright. This is sweet. Let's go on to the next one. Alright. Let's go. We're testing out Synchro, Overtake, and Gizmek Orochi in Mermails. Let's summon Prince. Show off the Prince combo. Now, I'll show you the deck list at the end of the video. I may have gone a little too heavy on the different lines. Probably there is a more condensed version of this deck that'll be a bit better, but this one is maximum fun. Dragoons, Prince can activate. Unfortunately, we are not able to get 5 waters in the graveyard, so we're just gonna go ham. Summon the Lapis Dragon. Lapis Dragon. Gonna let's go into the Kuroka Dragon. Gonna draw us a card. Draw into the heavy, and we're gonna go into Abyssalacia. And we got discard pop. We got discard pop. We're good to go. Opponent, what do you got? Opponent playing Cyber Dark. Some sort of Cyber Dragon build. Summoning Cyber Dragon, and I am super worried because let's just quickly look at related cards here. There is a card, Mermail Mega Fleet Dragon, that lets you use monsters in the extra monster zone to summon it, and that means you can actually steal monsters from your opponent's monster zone, so they could steal our Abyssalacia. That's what I'm worried about. So I'm activating Abyssalacia, discarding the heavy, and we're gonna pop that Cyber Dragon. Opponent summoning core. Same deal, this is treated as Cyber Dragon, so we want to stop that Mega Fleet. We're going to discard pop. Opponent's adding to hand. Prince going to summon. We're going to resummon the heavy here. Opponent activating Cybernetic Horizon, adding Claw. And they have normal summon, but they get to add back Cyber Dragon to hand. Alright, are we getting Chimera-Tech? Looks like no. Opponent either doesn't have it or doesn't want to do it. Opponent making the Cyberdark Realm, getting more Cyber Dragon cards to hand. Cyberdark Edge, going to increase the attack. And I'm not sure if there's some combo. I thought they could summon some extra deck monster, but it looks like opponent's going straight to battle. Hitting our heavy, hitting our Abyssalacia, and I get to send a card to the graveyard. Get to pop a card. Get to summon a monster from the graveyard. Now, is that the best monster to summon from the graveyard? Probably debatably no. I think I probably should have summoned the Megalo, but I forgot if they'd attacked with both monsters because I was not paying full attention. My opponent was taking too long, so I just picked a monster with beefy defense points. Let's pop. Get that Claw, get that equipment, get that Gizmek on the field. Not going to forget about the Gizmek. And let's just quickly do an audit here. Make sure we didn't banish anything important. 2 Divas. Oh, through. Okay, only 2. Good. Okay, we're okay. We're okay. Don't want to banish all our Divas. Let's Synchro Overtake. Summon that Deep Sea Diva to the field. Special summon the Supreme Sovereign. Get our Gizmek back on the field to banish a bunch of cards, triggering the Supreme Sovereign. That's some synergy right there. Also, look how beefy this boy is with 16 cards banished. Let's normal summon the Tatsunoko. Or, sorry, not Tatsunoko. Yamato Orochi. To make a Baron Flirt. Pop that back row. Get in for big damage. Lethal big damage. And let's go on to the next game. Alright. We got Deep Sea Diva. We got Lapis Dragon. We got Ash Blossom. Opponent is playing Fabled Sprites. Fabled Sprites. Everyone's scared of Sprites. Getting the Sprite Smashers. Opponent felt though. They felt the hang. They felt the hang from the Ash. So I think they know about the Ash. When they searched for that Sprite spell. So that's why they're going into the Elf. Summoning back the red. And going into not the XC, which we could negate with Ash, but a Fabled Unicorn. And this card says, while you and your opponent have the same number of cards in hand, negate all the cards and effects activated by your opponent and destroy those cards. So that is a pretty interesting lock with hand manipulation, but doesn't look like opponent has a way to manipulate their hand very well, and they only have 2 cards in hand. We got a lot more than 2. So hopefully we can play around that. Let's draw. Max C. Alright, what are we going to do here? We're going to summon Deep Sea Diva. Opponent responding with Sprite Elf. Time to call by. Call by, banish the red. Do not want our opponent getting a negate. Opponent Sprite smashing in response. Gonna banish their Elf. And banish our Diva. Opponent, big mistake. You don't want to banish the Diva. Diva's not doing anything. Prince is the one doing all the work. Let's get Prince onto the field. Activate Prince. Send a Dragoons to the graveyard. Add 8 Dragoons to hand. Dragoon's going to search for Abyss Megala. We are going to get summoning. We are going to get searching with the Dragoons. Dragoons get searching. And opponent not even going to let us finish our wombo combo. They are out of here. Very nice. We still had Max C. We still had Ash Blossom in hand. Very sweet game against Sprites. Let's go on to the next one. Alright, it's not all rainbows and sunshine. Sometimes you go second. And you don't have any hand traps. Opponent playing Magical Meltdown. Getting a Alistair the Invoker. Alright. Alistair. Gonna make a monster. Invoke, probably. Invoke, negate. Going into the Secure Guard now. Gonna Invocation. Make the Mechaba. Mechaba gonna let them negate a card once per turn. Opponent. Add that Invoker back to hand. Get any pre-preparation of rights. What is this nonsense? Dogmatica Macabra. And a Ritual Monster. Okay. Activating a different Ritual spell. To summon it. White Knight of Dogmatica. Activating the Titanclad. That's going to summon an Ecclesia, which is going to add a Fleur-de-Lis. That's a monster negate. Opponent has... What is this? This is send a monster from the extra deck, look your opponent's extra deck, send a monster from to the graveyard. Is this a negate? This is not a negate. So that doesn't matter. This is a negate though, and this is representing a negate from hand, and they got one set back row. Opponent got a lot of nonsense. Alright, well let's get started. First thing we're going to do, take a peek at the opponent's hand, and try and pop a card on the field. Now, maybe that was wrong. Maybe we should have started with a Cosmic Cyclone. Maybe I should have popped this back row first, but we do know the Invoke Mechaba can probably negate, so we're going to try and take a peek at their hand and pop a card on the field before they have a chance to respond. So take a peek. Opponent has Ash Blossom. We're going to get rid of that. Get rid of the Ash, although, yeah, I still think getting rid of the Ash was probably the right play. Yeah, getting rid of the Ash probably the right play. Get to pop. Trying to pop that Mechaba. Opponent, called by the Graving. And we're going to cross out Designate Call by the Grave. But now we're down one card. We can't use the Cyclone. If I'd used the Cyclone first, I might have just had one additional card. I might have been able to make it. Opponent, activating the Mechaba. Negating. And they still got a negate in hand. Well, we can summon the Orochi. Orochi can attack over the Ecclesia, maybe. Maybe get in for an attack and then summon the Deep Sea Diva main phase 2. Let's summon. But opponent is activating White Knight. What does this do? If your opponent activates a card, you can send a monster from your extra deck to the graveyard and look at your opponent's extra deck, send a monster from it to the graveyard. Okay, that shouldn't matter. But opponent's sending Elder Entity, and that's going to pop. That means our Gizmek Orochi is popped. We can't attack over the Ecclesia, and our Deep Sea Diva get negated. Means our opponent just had one too many pieces of interaction. I feel like if I used that Cosmic, maybe I could have played through that. Maybe that was a big mistake. Maybe I should have saved my negate for the Ash and taken the Dogmatica from hand. You know, hey, I'm not perfect. Let's go on to the next game. Alright, let's go. We got Synchro Overtake. We got Prince. We got Moulin Glacia. Let's Synchro. Synchro Overtake, and now showing off the power. Opponent responding with Max C. Well, you know what, opponent? We're not going to summon to field. And they don't even know what monster we're searching for until it resolves. That's right, it was Deep Sea Diva. Add Diva to hand. We're just going to go Prince. And we're going to take a peek at their hand. Because if they have a really good hand, we can try and mess it up. And if they have a kind of a clunky hand, we can not let them draw any cards. Let's Deep Sea Minstrel. Discard the Dragoons, take a peek at their hand. And it looks like our opponent is playing Blue Eyes. They got a alternative, a trade-in, a Return of the Dragon Lords, and a Bingo Machine Go. We're going to banish this Return of the Dragon Lords, and I think we're just going to let our opponent keep this hand, because If they trade in, they get 2 random cards. It's not really that great. They can search for a Blue Eyes and then summon an alternative. Is this really a great play? I don't think so. I think we're just going to let them have this. Pass the opponent with Prince on field. And we're just going to search for a Megalo for next turn. Hope our opponent can't find lethal somehow. And pass to them. Alright, let's go. Opponent, what can you do? What can Blue Eyes do versus single little alone Prince? Naked and afraid. Opponent, searching for Chaos form. That's not what I expected. Chaos form going into a Chaos Max Dragon. Looks like that's what they ripped off the top of the deck. Hit Prince for 3,200 damage. Alright, back to our turn. We got our chance. We got our chance. The opponent, they can't be destroyed by card effects. But that's not a problem. We got this. Let's go. Start with the Megalo. Prince gonna let us resummon the Dragoons. We are gonna activate our Moulin Glacia. Make him discard 2 cards. And we're going to summon Deep Sea Diva. Deep Sea Diva getting Neptibus on field. Get ourselves a Poseidon in hand. And we're going to go for big. We're going to go big plays. Let's Synchro summon Tatsunoko. Let's Synchro summon the Psychic End Punisher. Did we need to summon Tatsunoko there? No, we did not. We were thinking about doing a different play, but we decided Psychic End Punisher because we can just attack over the Chaos Max. Let's go to battle. Sorry, after tributing now. Here we're making the mistake. I may have forgotten about something. I may have forgotten to read a specific card. Well, I won't spoil it. Let's go to battle. Increase the attack of Psychic End. We can't target this card. Hold on a second, opponent. You're supposed to be dead. Why are you not dead? What did you just do? If a dragon would be destroyed by a battle or card effect, banish this card from your graveyard instead. Alright, yeah. See, I actually did read that earlier, but I forgot about it. So I was planning to get in for lethal with my double attacking Megalos, but let's just make those into an Abyss Lacia. That was what I meant to do the whole time. Opponent, you get another turn. Summoning an egg. Going to battle. Our End Punisher is getting bigger though. We get to summon a Yamato Orochi, and you'll notice we sent Guitar Gurnarch to the graveyard. Very spicy. Why would I do that? Very interesting. Opponent going into a Spirit Dragon. Going into a Zurai Silver Dragon. And for some reason activating their egg to return the Spirit Dragon to the extra deck? That doesn't seem like a sensible play. Could have summoned a Blue Eyes from the deck. Alright. We draw Cardohine. I don't think we're going to need that. Let's summon Deep Sea Diva. Get ourselves a Heavy Infantry. And Synchro summon a Supreme Sovereign. And now you'll see why I added the Gurnarch to the graveyard. Activate Gurnarch, banishing itself to boost our monster's attack points. Banish a card from field and graveyard. And we're going to end for easy lethal, right? Due to this card effect, the battle phase is skipped. That's right. Last turn. We used our Moulin Glacia. So we lose our attack. Alright, that's fine. Opponent won't find lethal, right? They can't summon a Blue Eyes. They have no cards in hand. They have nothing in the graveyard. Opponent. Bingo machine go. Searching Blue Eyes. True Light. True Light. And they are out of here. I don't think True Light would have saved them anyway. Psychic End Punisher. A very fun option for the Mermails. Let's go on to the next game. Alright. Going first. Summon the Heavy. Opponent activated their Maxi. Luckily, we got call by. Don't let our opponent draw any cards here. Let's get going. Normal summon Diva. No new cards here. This is classic Mermails. Add the beside your hand. Search for the Deep Sea Minstrel. Let's take a peek. Opponent, what are you playing? Opponent is playing Sprites. They got Gameciel. They got Salvage. And they got Sprite Starter. Alright, we really want to discard this Gameciel because that's really annoying. So let's take the Salvage away. Search for Moulin Glacia. Synchro summon into Tatsunoko. Summon the Moulin Glacia, make him discard 2. Okay, looks like we hit the 2 Sprite cards. Opponent's last card, Gameciel. So, real smart move here would be make a Sword Soul Supreme Sovereign and make Abyss Lacia. If the Abyss Lacia gets popped, that's fine. If they Gameciel the Supreme Sovereign and then pop the Abyss Lacia, we get to summon the Supreme Sovereign back. But for some reason I make Baron. You know what? We're not always making the best plays. Abyss Lacia on field. Opponent gets that Salvage back. They got Salvage Gameciel in hand. +1 mystery card. Opponent giving us a nice beautiful turtle. And pass it back to us. Alright. Prince, get on out here. Activate the Prince. Add a heavy to hand, giving us a pop with our Bishlacia. Search for a Lapis. Lapis going to get summoning. And here's where we're doing our very silly extra deck plays. We got a Penguin Brave in the extra deck. Getting ourselves a Penguin Soldier. Is Penguin Soldier one of the best cards you could be included in here? Probably not, but he's funny. Opponent punishing us for our fun plays by Raigecking our field. Bishlacia going to trigger though. Really wishing we had that Supreme Sovereign out. Let's get Poseidra and a heavy. Probably could have swapped the order of that, maybe got something else, but you know what? This is fine. Poseidra is going to carry us the rest of the way. Sprite's no match for Poseidra. He came out in probably 2010, something like that. Let's normal summon and make the beautiful Cat Shark, and this is why I wanted to show you this game, because Cat Shark, not only is adorable, he's also amazing. We made him with 2 heavies, and he's water, and he's quick effect that boosts his attack. Is going to detach these heavies and pop a card on the field. Let's get in. We can make a Zeus here, but we don't need to. Cat Shark is perfect. He's perfect the way he is. Opponent. Summoning a Sprite Jet. Let's detach, pop that Sprite Jet with the heavy. Opponent. Call by, negating. Let's activate to negate call by, except, or negate crossout. If you quickly look here, we actually have a call by in our graveyard, and we have another one on the field, which means there isn't one in the deck. Accidental crossout. So we named Max C. Just you know, that was what we wanted to do. Opponent attacking a Cat Shark. Opponent, can't you read? Cat Shark says that while it has a water monster attached, it can't be destroyed by battle. Silly opponent. Back to our turn. Drawing that Synchro Overtake, and this is exactly what we need to close this duel out. Deep Sea Diva added from the graveyard to the hand. Don't need to add from the deck. Gonna keep those divas in the deck. Let's normal summon. Get the Gernards. Banish, increase. Synchro into the Dragite. Boost the attack points. Get in for big damage with lethal Poseidra 3500 attack. Alright, you know what? I am never happier than when I am playing Poseidra seriously and clobbering sprites. Alright, let's do one more game. Alright, we got Diva, we got Overtake. Is this a bad hand? No, because even if we don't have a way to additional summon the Diva, having a second Diva that you can just summon to the field sometimes is all we need. Opponent playing probably Despias. Looks like a bit of a clunky hand though, just setting and passing. Alright, let's take advantage of this. Take a peek at the opponent's hand here. Ash Blossom? I don't think so. Take that away. Take that Ash Blossom out of here. Let's get that Moonglacia. Do our normal Diva summon. Diva get Prince. Prince get Dragoons. Get Poseidra. 3 waters in graveyard. Let's get a heavy. Or a Prince, sorry. Synchro Tatsunoko. Summon the Moonglacia. Make him discard 2. Hit a Edgem Chain and a Poly. And a Freyfur to hand. Let's Synchro using Poseidra in hand with the Tatsunoko to make Bronfleur. Pop that monster on field. Opponent getting a Despian monster to hand, but now Synchro Overtake. Summon Diva to the field. From the graveyard, Synchro into Supreme Sovereign. Activate Megalo in hand, summoning itself. Prince resummoning Poseidra, and now it is time to get in for lethal damage with Poseidra. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Let's go on to the deck list. Alright, so I am not sure how Synchro Overtake has not been seen in any Mermail list I've ever seen. I literally just saw this card randomly, and I was like, hold on a second, this can search Diva. How has no one tried this? Maybe when it was out during the Hulk of Fibrax days, people just didn't care because Hulk of Fibrax is a link, and if you're locked into Synchros, you can't do Hulk plays. So it wasn't worth it, but I don't know how no one's tried this card. Like, this card's so good. It is so good. It is Diva's number 456, and you always want to have Diva. So, I mean, now we really, like, boosted the consistency of this deck a whole bunch. Gizmek Orochi, just kind of amazing going first or second. You know, going second, you just summon them on field at the end of their turn, and maybe you get to pop something. Maybe, you know, they waste their negate on Serpentron's pop, and you know, they're just having a rough time. The banish can mess you up, but we have so much consistency now that, like, I don't really think it matters too much. You know, we got our one of Poseidra and Lapis Dragon and Moon Glacia, but these aren't really as good going second anyway. Yeah, so overall deck felt really strong. You know, I got all the way up to dual level 17 before I run out of time. And yeah, I mean, deck's real good. All right, let's just go quickly through all the cards if you want to try this out yourself. And yeah, that'll be a wrap. All right, triple Prince, 2 Yamato, 1 Penguin Soldier, triple Diva, triple Maxi, triple Heavy, 2 Cardohine, triple Ash Blossom, 1 Deep Sea Minstrel, 1 Guitar Gurnards, triple Dragoons, 1 Lapis, 1 Poseidra, 2 Megalos, 1 Moon Glacia, 2 Gizmex, triple Overtakes, 2 Cosmic Cyclones, 2 Callby, 1 Crossout. In the extra, we got 2 Tatsunoko, we got a Herald of the Arclight, we got a Deep Sea Repetiteur. You do need this in order for this card to work. We got Penguin Brave, we got Deep Sea Prima Donna, we got White Aura Whale, we got Dragite, we got Croco Dragon, we got Baranda Fleur, we got Swordsoul Supreme Sovereign, we got Psychic End Punisher, we got Catchark, we got Zeus, and we got Abysslesia. Only 2 cards in this extra deck you didn't see me use in this gameplay. 3, sorry. The Herald, we didn't use the Herald, we didn't use the Zeus, and we didn't use the Deep Sea Prima Donna. So those are the 3 you can switch out if you want to try something different. All the other cards, real solid, I wouldn't cut them. Alright, hope you liked the video. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you knew about this card before, because I definitely didn't. And as soon as I found it, you know, my dreams are crushed. I felt like I've been playing terrible decks this whole time. I could have included this card for the whole last year, and every deck I played with Mermails would have been better. Alright, have a good night, and I'll see you next time.